First, we want to make a presentation of the text. Then we want to make a content, and afterwards we want to analyze it upon composition, perspective, light, and colors. Then we want to make an interpret of the text, and at the end we want to contextualize it, and at least make an overall conclusion. The painter of the text. The painter was Albert Bierstadt, and the title was Among the Sierra Nevada Mountains, and it was painted in 1868. The type of painting is landscape. We can see trees, mountains, animals, and lakes. The size of the painting is 183 to 305 centimeters. We think that the scale is very important, and that this painting is made as a big painting makes it very, very important, because it makes you pay more attention to the details. For example, the animals is very small in the picture, so if the painting was small, you couldn't really see them. So the painting is exhibited in the Sierra Nevada mountains in California.
We think that in our picture there are just nature elements like mountains, a lake, wild animals, and the forest, and there is no civilization. The time of the year is probably spring because of the snow on top of the mountain, but there are still waterfalls, probably because of the snow or the ice that is melting. The grass is green, and also the trees are green. And we also think that it's morning because the sun has just arisen and the animals are coming out. And well, there are no people in the picture.
The composition is very simple, and it makes you feel calm because there is no sign of civilization, and the sun is breaking through, and it gives you a positive sense of peace and a warm feeling inside.
We have divided the picture into foreground, middle ground, and background. As you can see here, down here is the foreground, and in the middle is the middle ground, and on top is the background. In the foreground we have the grass, the birds, the deer, and the lake. In the middle ground we have trees and the first, mountains, and the waterfalls. And on the background we have the big mountains with snow and the sky. The combination of foreground, middle ground, and background gives the painting a dimension or a depth, which makes you feel like you're there yourself. The picture is painted in between high angle and low angle, so it seems like a human perspective and makes one feel like being there, and makes it more realistic.
The light in this painting is very characteristic. It makes you focused on the spot, the circular spot in the middle of the painting. It gives this painting life, and it makes it really realistic. There could be a symbolic meaning of the light breaking through the sky, maybe a religious meaning, like a hand reaching down. That could be God, because God sometimes symbolizes light. And that the colors are so bright in this picture is also the reason that it is presented very realistic. Yeah.
In the picture there are not many warm color. Most of the color are cold, but the light makes them feel warm. For example, the grass and the beginning of the mountain, the use of the color makes the painting seem very very realistic.
The painter wants us to feel relaxed and calm and to think about how beautiful nature can be without human intervention and how important the values of nature are. And we think that perhaps the painter was a religious man, and therefore he wants us to believe that even though the skies are dark, the light will always break through last. And the intended viewer could be a regular citizen from civilization, and he wants them to appreciate nature.
The picture was painted in the realistic period, and the picture shows a very different definition of wilderness. That it's not only scary and dark and hazardous and dangerous, but it can also be something beautiful and peaceful, such as this picture. Yeah, and the painting is painted in a time where the industry was about to take over, so this painting could be a counter argument. Yeah. So in conclusion, the picture is very realistic and it makes you feel kind of peaceful and makes you feel good in a way.